So what if I told you that 40 to 60% of your electric bill isn't even what you consume? And what if I told you that you're actually getting charged different rates at different times of the day? Would you believe me? Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me. So today I am going to talk about your electric bill and basically help you understand how to read it. Give you a better understanding on how you're being charged and simply put, how it all works. So back in the day, I was actually a solar consultant, and today I want to share with you everything that I've learned about solar and especially how your electrical companies are charging you. Here's the thing, your electrical company can actually charge you what they want when they want, and you want to know why? Well, because it's a monopoly. If you look at your records, your electric bill increases 3% every year. And of course, this is one of the main reasons why a lot of homeowners are actually switching to solar. Really, think about it. When you moved into your house, you didn't actually have an option to go shopping for a different electrical company. You got what you got, you don't have a choice, you sign up with whoever you're assigned with. All right, so to begin with, I want to talk about the tier structure on your electric bill. Take a look at this utility bill. As you can see, there is a tier structure here, and every bill has this. Now, what do you see? On the top section, you have your kilowatt hours, and on the bottom section, you have how much you're being charged per kilowatt hour. Now, in this case, we have tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. So in this case, this customer is being charged 29 cents per kilowatt on their first tier, and they can consume up to 351 kilowatt hours. Now, once you exceed this, you move up to tier 2, where you're being charged 39 cents per kilowatt. And here you can consume up to 1,080 kilowatt hours. You kind of get the gist here. The higher the tier, the more you're being charged per kilowatt. And just when you thought that this was it, oh no. Oh no. Have you ever heard of peak hours? Basically what peak hours is that you're being charged more depending on the time of the day. Yeah. So the peak hours in most of the states in the US is between 4 p.m. and 9 p.m. and 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. depending on the state and on the day of the week. Meaning that you really don't know when you're being charged your peak hours. That's just great. Now, these peak hours can actually vary depending on state, depending on holiday, depending on whether it's a weekday, a weekend. It changes all the time, so make sure to check with your electrical company when your peak hours are. What does this mean? Well, it simply means that, let's just say that you're still on a tier 1 rate and you hit a peak hour. This literally means that now you're being charged automatically a tier 2 or 3 rate during these hours. Now, if you really look at these times, this is when people come home from work and the kids come home from school. Meaning that you're consuming more energy around these hours. Now, there is a way for you to save money. And this means that during these hours, you do not want to use any heavy electrical machinery in your house. For instance, a washing machine or charging your electrical car. Here's another thing. Depending on where you live and the electrical company that you have signed up with, your tier structure and the tier prices do vary. Some companies charge more and some companies charge less. I have seen companies charge anywhere between 16 cents to 25 to 29 cents per kilowatt on their first tier. Don't be fooled though, just because the kilowatt hour is lower, it doesn't mean that they're charging you extra for everything else. Now, you may be asking, what are these hidden charges? Well, I'll tell you, I'll explain. Well, have you ever heard of transmission and distribution charges? These are the charges that you pay for as a customer for the upkeep and the transportation of the electricity Yeah, that's right. Transportation. Here's the thing. A lot of the states in the US consume enormous amounts of energy. And oftentimes they do not produce enough energy to support their state. So literally what happens is that the state has to purchase the energy from somewhere else and transport it to their state. And I don't know if you know anything about transporting anything, but that's expensive. For instance, take a look at this bill. So the total amount of this bill is $169.17. However, this is not actually how much they consumed. If you take a closer look, their transmission fees are $24.25, and their distribution charges are $50.01. All I'm saying is take a minute, grab your bill, and take a look at those distribution and transmission charges, because you'd be quite surprised at how high they can be. Here's the thing though, unfortunately not all companies display these charges. When I was doing solar back in the day, I did notice that DWP, for instance, did not display these charges, while as Edison would. But if any of you know how to find these charges, please leave a comment below and let me know, because, well, it'd be very interesting to see how much they're charging you and then not displaying it on their bills. Going solar can be a wonderful thing, not only for the environment, but also for your wallet. Basically what happens is when you go solar, you cut off all these charges. Why? Because you're literally producing power from your roof. But if your home does qualify for solar, here's the great thing. How solar works really is that it should be cheaper than your lowest electric bill, meaning woohoo! You save money. Listen, it doesn't cost you anything to get a solar quote, and I always recommend to get 2 to 3 quotes from different companies if possible. Also, don't forget that we have quite a few videos about solar, so if you want to know a little bit more about it before you dive into it, go onto our channel and take a look at any of the videos, because they're very informational and educational. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope this video was helpful. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, the whole shebang. Also, let me know of any other videos you would like me to make about solar or roofing. Don't forget, if you would like us to give you a solar quote or a roof quote, you can simply click the description box below for more information, or you can go to our website. And that's about it, really. Have a great week.